Well, it was efficient, effective, and most importantly, done in under an hour, which is a good thing because usually that's all I can afford if I'm lucky. I'm John Renton with my review of AEW Dark, 48 minutes for 10 matches, and more Dark episodes like this, please. I'm not saying every match was great, but this is how you feature people properly. You feature the right talents, you have them glom, top, and finish their opponents quickly, hastily insert more people to top and finish the other, and then you get more finishing, and man, that mat must have to be steam cleaned afterwards. This is a really weird intro, but in all seriousness, it was done under an hour. I want more episodes of Dark like this where, yeah, you may feature 10 matches, but they don't drag on forever. So yes, more episodes of Dark like this and Dark Elevation, especially when they go back out on the road. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, please. So we start off with an interview with the Varsity Blondes, all about what Miro did, and Brian Pillman Jr. says, well, I'm coming after the TNT Championship. My name is Brian Pillman Jr., and I will fight for my friends. He really looks so much like his dad. It's so great it's just so great to see him carry on his dad's legacy. And given how he grew up and everything, I just really want him to accomplish a lot of great things. But it's really just like watching his dad. It's really, really cool to see. So we start with Lance Archer versus Rex Lawless. Jake's on commentary, and it's a jump start. Big men slamming into each other, finishing each other off. We get a clothesline off the ropes and blackout in about 2 minutes. And then Starks joins commentary for Pillman Jr. with Julia Hart versus Bear Bronson. Not bad. Power versus speed. Bear Bronson got in a few shots, but we get Air Pillman. I wish they would call it Air Pillman. I really wish they would, because that's what I'm going to keep calling it, because you know, I remember seeing Brian Pillman. It's weird to say Brian Pillman Sr. in WCW, and whenever he did Air Pillman, I was popping like crazy. I mean, granted, I was 8 and 9 when he was being featured, you know, like in the beginning in WCW, but still, it's really, really cool to see that, and he got the victory. Brian Cage versus Chandler Hopkins. I guess it's for the FTW Championship. Does it fucking matter? That title didn't fucking matter even when it was supposed to fucking matter in ECW. This Chandler guy has something. He really does. He has a good look. He hit some good strikes. He had a really nice sliding German suplex. Of course, Cage had to get his shit in. Mr. Get My Shit In. We get a weird F5 variation of foot on the ropes, and then we get Powerbomb and Weapon X 1, 2, 3. And all through this, Taz was saying, Ricky, don't lose that number. No, I'm kidding. He said, Ricky, I didn't want you out here because I'm just going to get all upset about the stuff going on in Team Taz, and he's yelling about Cage doing too many moves. To be fair, Cage does do a lot of moves. Now, yes, he can, but that doesn't mean he always needs to do all his moves in his matches, but it's a nice little bit of storytelling. Now we get Diamante versus Ashley D'Amboise. I apologize if I ruined that. Jump start, and Diamante ends up scissoring her in about a minute to get the victory, and then attacks her afterwards. That's about it. Colt Boom Boom Cabana versus Kip Sackett. Blink and you'll miss it, because he got the Superman punch after a few elbows. Or Superman punch. Superman pin! And that's it. He just got the victory. Would have been kind of funny if he Superman punched and pinned him. Colt might be able to do that because he is that talented despite the comedic stuff he does. So we then get Chuck Taylor versus Dan Barry. I was too distracted by Statlander, who is beautiful. I'm just going to say absolutely beautiful. Chuck Taylor hit a couple pile drivers after a couple minutes. Apparently these guys know each other. Dan Barry isn't that bad. But I didn't really care. We get Abaddon versus Ashley Vox. I wonder if you can guess which match I was looking most forward to. I love Abaddon. If she is brought up, you know, for a one-off at any of the promotions I frequent, I hope they do a meet and greet with her, because I love how invested she is in this. It's a really cool gimmick, and she actually can work. She uses good psychology for somebody that has been in wrestling for only a couple of years. She's got something. Ashley Vox is not that bad either. And she basically, you know, ended up fingering Vox because she bit her finger. I mean, that's just what I want. I probably should have, you know, emphasized. She didn't actually do that. That's a different type of wrestling. They do that in Japan. Gross. And leg shot DDT. There we go. Or leg hook DDT. Whatever. I love Abaddon, though. Her and Ashley, it was a short match. It was a way to get Abaddon over. So we get Griff Garrison with Pillman Jr. and Julia Hart versus Stunt. This should have ended with one roaring elbow in 15 seconds. It went 3 minutes, roaring elbow. I am embarrassed that Marco Stunt is allowed in a wrestling ring. I like Griff Garrison, though. I think him and Pillman Jr. are a pretty good team. The Bunny with the Blade versus Rekka Tahaka. The Bunny was hopping mad and was attacking, and why the Blade had his exposed flesh apron, I will have no idea. But anyway, we get headbutts by Rekka, and then we get down the rabbit hole 1, 2, 3. There we go. Stu Grayson versus Serpentico with Luther screaming at ringside. Nightfall in 5 minutes. There you go. It wasn't bad. I have nothing against Serpentico. I think he's fine. I just don't really like this team with Luther because I don't really care for Luther because he shouldn't be in the goddamn ring. Serpentico's fine. Grayson's fine. Show is fine. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.